on a champagne bottle, engraves their names, and then pops it when they have a downfall.
Ooh,
So,
I like that. Does
right?
he? Does
Right?
he?
Yes. Oh my
Oh,
God. That Dave's famous for that, Mr.
oh, I
Portnoy.
love it. I love it. What does he just keep like all the enemies? Like, here's this one, here's that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And what's that really high-end champagne? It's Aces or
Veuve
something.
Clicquot,
No, no, and it's beyond Dom Perignon. Remember, like I feel like the rappers used to really pop it back in the day. I thought it was always
Cristal.
maybe it's Cristal he does, yeah.
I
And
liked I like this Dave Portnoy with that big swinging dick around. I like
he
that
does.
shit.
I
Yeah.
do love my Portnoy too. But yeah,
Hmm.
so I feel like Andy does that too, but obviously more behind the scenes. And Bethany's gonna be, number one.
I'm here for it. I mean, good for them. And how does my good friend I mean, I'll find out maybe this summer, or sooner when I'm back there. But how does my good friend Miss Lucia Lesseps feel about this? She loves her Andy, and she doesn't necessarily love her Carol. How does she feel about
I
this?
think that Luann is the smartest of them all. I don't
Hmm.
think Lou even brings it up.
She
I
will
think
not.
Lou loves Andy for who he is. I think, the Countess is just fabulous. The Countess is just, she's so smart. And I mean, she's making out with Hugh Grant.
Can you
I love,
believe this? At
yeah,
Pierre's
I
in
can. I can.
Bridgehampton. I can too. I mean, they're age appropriate. We're back to age appropriate. And apparently she wanted to meet Gerard Depardieu or Gerard
Ah,
Butler. Gerard Butler. She wanted to meet Gerard Butler as well, but he was not single. But yeah, I believe this that a friend of hers, look at, I mean, where she lives to Pierre's, she's in SAG, Pierre's is in Bridge. It's about like a 15-minute drive. So what? A friend of hers was at Pierre's, got in a big fight with Pierre this summer. She was at Pierre's and said, Hugh Grant is here. And she said, darling, we'll be right there. Brother, get up. We're going, and then said, make sure you snag the table. And the person said, Pierre. Now, mind you, asking for which table you want at Pierre's does not go over well. Pierre ain't so lovely. Okay. Pierre don't play. He's
scared of play.
no, he's got a little bit of an attitude, that Pierre. But so she got the table, and then this whole strategy of backing up and, oh, excuse me, darling. Well, since I knocked you, I have to buy you shots. And apparently Hugh Grant said, not if I buy you shots first, darling. And you want to know why I'm worried about Shannon fucking Bedore over there in Love Hotel? Hi, Ashley Darby. I don't think there should be a Love Hotel. I think there should be Loanne's Hotel. Don't get in Loanne's way. She's got the book, honey.
Look, Luann's the hottest piece. I mean, most 24-year-olds can't compete with her. They can't compete with
No.
the energy. They can't compete with the body. They can't compete with the drinking. They can't compete. Like, I couldn't. I'd be like, if I were out with Luann, I'd be like, Luann, like, whoever is your scraps is fine with me. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even, yeah.
Don't
I'm
even
sure she
try.
was with Hugh Grant. Now, Hugh Grant, of course, kind of played coy and was like, oh, did we make, I don't really remember that, but, um,
But he
we're
also
very
said
lovely and
he used the word RHONY. Now he spelled it wrong, but he said, sure, I remember a RHONY. Carry on, chaps. He said, steady on. I do remember meeting a charming RHONY, which is spelled RHNY, in a restaurant, but I'd like to stress it was about 15 years ago. I don't recall shots or kissing, but her memory might be better than mine. Lovely British gentleman, this Hugh Grant. It's very respectful.
which basically equals a yes, it happened. Good. They're
Hot.
hot together. They'd be a hot piece. They'd be a hot couple. I love it. Luann to me is just, she's in my top five of greatest housewives of all time. She continues to play it amazing. Yes.
Hugh Grant, that they kissed. Oh, I mean, that's like, yeah, darling. Luann can get it, baby.
Oh my God. She ages in reverse. She's just got that beautiful everything. This and she's one of those people too. I don't think drinking or smoking, like most of us, drinking and smoking ages us a decade. With Luann, I actually think cigarettes and booze like are her, detox. Like I think that actually helps her.
I have two martinis now, and
I know.
I'm okay, but not always, not really. Three, forget it. Forget it. I made the mistake of having three a few weeks ago, and I forgot what I did, but it wasn't any, it's never the really fun night. It's always just like, oh, when I was in LA last, I went out with a friend near my house, and he's like, should we have a third? I'm like, I mean, I'm not going to sit here while you have a third round and just drink water. Sure. The next day, I was like, who the fuck do I think I am?
It's brutal. Look, I
Horrible.
reached to me. I'm right there with you. I can't even do two. But
Well,
lovely Luann. Good for Lou.
good for Lou. So she's kissing Hugh Grant, and the other one is, oh, Carole and Andy are together. Let's talk about your favorite new person, Miss Melonball.
The melon ball.
The gnat, not the rat.
Look, here's the thing. Okay, so she did a week or two ago. She put this post up of her working out, and it was like, I'm
Hmm.
gonna be that much stronger. I'm a
Hmm.
survivor. And basically saying that she is taking accountability for, let me get it,
Is
for
this
her
the one that
actions.
says the only person who can change? Is it that post?
Yeah. The only person who can change your life is you. We
Okay.
have two options, pretend to be a victim or stand up and fight for ourselves. We all
Mhm.
deserve peace and happiness. I have cried and mourned. I've taken accountability and apologized for things I have done wrong. Now I have given myself permission to grow and thrive. I've decided to not pander to the media and tell my side because, in the big scheme of things, clickbait means nothing. And of course, three sides to every story. So the her side, the guy she cheated with, and then the guy that she cheated with's wife. Okay, how can I stand up and show up for the people that do matter? How I can stand up and show up for the people that matter. This is being
That
this
do matter does. This
is
is called being an
called being an
adult.
adult.
This is what
Look at
saying it
that.
with my full chest means. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
there's a little bit of word salad in here. Look,
People
I
are trolling her. Vicky was right. I'm so disappointed in you. Did I miss the part where you took accountability?
right. That's
Run
what I'm
a
saying.
podcast about tea, but won't spill your own tea? Pot calling kettle black?
It's funny, I had an off-air conversation with Melissa Rivers about this. Is there an obligation on the podcast host to reveal stuff about themselves? I think it's different if you're a housewife and the subject is housewives.
Okay, here. I'll tell you, I'll make this very simple because I was going to come for Teddy after
Tell
that.
me. You
Like
can come for her,
and by the
please.
way, for people that she basically admits in the comments that she had the affair because someone said, "No, wait a minute. Are you taking accountability for the fact that you F this dude on the night that his wife was giving birth?" No, not true. I wasn't even in Florida at the time. So she doesn't even say, "No, I don't know the guy. I don't know his wife. This never would have happened." She basically just confirms, "Well, it wasn't on that night." Like, I was going to come for this bitch so hard. But
You
here's
can
the
come
thing.
for her.
Well, yeah, but I don't. The thing that people have to remember is Teddy and Tamara's podcast is different than you and me. I fully admit I love a gossip podcast. Like, that's what I am. I provide escapism. I feel like you and I do here. Yes, we try to do as much research as we can to bring you the most accurate information that we are getting at the time, including from our own sources, right?
Hmm.
But we're speculative. And I